What if everything you've been told about saving money is wrong? What if skipping coffee, cutting Netflix, and living like a monk is actually keeping you poor, not making you rich? Here's the truth. Building wealth has nothing to do with deprivation. It's about designing a rich life where your money flows automatically, supports your dreams, and lets you spend guilt-free on what truly matters. In I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Ramit Sethi doesn't teach you to chase pennies, he teaches you to create a system that makes you rich automatically. This book is not about budgeting misery, it's about freedom, the power to live life on your terms, travel when you want, buy what you love, and still build wealth effortlessly. The 6-week program inside this book transforms your money habits from chaotic to controlled without fear, guilt, or endless spreadsheets. Introduction. Would you rather be sexy or rich? What if I told you most people would rather look rich than be rich? They chase the image, the designer clothes, the shiny car, the Instagram vacations, all while quietly drowning in debt. It is the illusion of wealth that keeps them broke. Ramit Sethi starts this book by asking a brutal question: would you rather be sexy or be rich? Because the two are not the same, and choosing the wrong one can cost you your entire future. This introduction hits you like cold water. Sethi exposes how most people's financial lives are built on emotions, not logic. They spend to feel good, not to get ahead. We think having more stuff equals success, but it only chains us to jobs we hate and lifestyles we cannot afford. He flips the script. Wealth is not about deprivation. It's about intentional choices. Being rich is not sexy, it's consistent. It's automated systems, quiet decisions, and invisible habits that compound over time. Sethi's philosophy is brutally simple. Spend extravagantly on the things you love and cut mercilessly on the things you do not. He calls it a rich life where your money serves your dreams instead of your ego. But how do you start? How do you move from wishing you were rich to actually becoming rich without living on a budget that sucks the joy out of your life? That's where the first step begins, not with saving pennies, but with mastering the most powerful financial tool you already have: your credit cards. And that's exactly what Chapter 1 reveals. Chapter 1. Optimize your credit cards. Do you remember the first time you got a credit card? That shiny piece of plastic felt like power until you realized it could also be a trap. Most people drown in debt because they treat credit cards like free money. But what if that same card could build your wealth, boost your credit score, and give you hundreds in rewards automatically? Ramit Sethi starts here for one reason. Your credit card is either your best financial weapon or your worst enemy. The key difference: how you use it. He breaks it down into simple, actionable steps. Choose 1 or 2 premium cards that give the best cash back or travel rewards. Pay your balance in full always. Carrying debt kills your freedom. Set automatic payments so you never miss a due date. Call your bank and negotiate to remove late fees or lower interest. Yes, it actually works. Sethi reminds us that credit isn't evil, it's leverage. When used wisely, it opens doors to better loans, premium cards, and future opportunities. He says, a good credit score is like a financial passport. It silently works for you. So instead of fearing credit cards, master them. They can serve you, not enslave you. But here's the twist. Optimizing your credit card is only step 1. Because even if you manage your debt, your money can still vanish silently every month. Where does it all go, and how do you take control? That is what Chapter 2 reveals. The art of conscious spending, where you finally tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Chapter 2. Beat the banks. You work hard for your money. But what if your bank is secretly stealing it? Not in a criminal way, in a legal, clever, invisible way. Low interest on your savings, hidden monthly fees, convenience charges that quietly drain your cash every month. It is death by 1,000 cuts, and most people never even notice it happening. Ramit Sethi calls traditional banks dinosaurs. They profit from your laziness, and the longer you stay, the more you lose. He exposes how most people settle for banks that give them 0.01% interest on savings while charging them 12 or more a month for maintenance. His solution is simple but powerful: ditch your old bank. Move to a no-fee, high-interest online bank. Online banks like Ally or Capital One 360, depending on your country, give better returns and zero hidden fees. Set up 2 accounts, one for spending, one for savings, preferably an online high-yield account. Automate your transfers. Let money flow automatically to savings the moment your paycheck hits. He calls it financial defense, protecting what you already earn. When your system defends itself automatically, your money starts working for you instead of leaking through every crack. Sethi warns, if you are paying bank fees, you are doing it wrong, because the goal is not just to make money, it's to keep it. But now that your money is safe, another enemy shows up you, because even when we save, most of us unconsciously sabotage ourselves with poor spending habits. So how do you spend guilt-free without falling back into chaos? Chapter 3 reveals the secret, the conscious spending plan, the heart of living a truly rich life. Chapter 3. Get ready to invest. Investing sounds intimidating. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, it feels like a secret world only the rich understand. Most people delay investing for years, waiting to know enough and end up losing. Decades of compound growth. What if the secret to building wealth was starting now? No expertise required. Ramit Sethi teaches that investing is not about timing the market or picking stocks like a pro. It is about automation, consistency, and low-cost index funds. Key steps include: open retirement accounts like 401k, IRA, or Roth IRA. Automate contributions so your money invests itself. Keep it simple. Use low-cost index funds instead of chasing hot stocks. The point: your money should grow on autopilot. You do not need to monitor it every day. Automation plus starting early beats skill plus timing every time. But even with investments on autopilot, you still need a system to live richly today without guilt. Chapter 4 uncovers the conscious spending plan, a revolutionary way to spend freely and save automatically. Chapter 4. Conscious spending. Imagine feeling guilty every time you buy a coffee, go out to eat, or buy something you love. Most people live like this, afraid of spending, obsessed with pennies, and miserable in the process. What if you could spend freely on the things you love without sacrificing your future wealth? Ramit Sethi introduces the conscious spending plan, the alternative to traditional budgeting. It is not about restriction. It is about intentionality. You decide where every dollar goes based on your priorities. Key principles: fixed costs 50 minus 60 bills, rent, debt, investments 10%, retirement, index funds, or other automated growth. Savings 5 minus 10 for short-term goals like travel or big purchases. Guilt-free spending 20 minus 35, spend on what truly makes you happy. This plan lets you enjoy your life now and build wealth for tomorrow. It is practical, psychological, and liberating, but conscious spending is just the start. Even with this plan, the biggest hurdle remains: most people never automate their money. How do you ensure your wealth grows while you sleep? Chapter 5 holds the secret: saving and investing automatically without thinking about it. Chapter 5. Save while sleeping. What if building wealth didn't require discipline, willpower, or complicated spreadsheets? What if your money could grow automatically, even while you binge watch your favorite show or sleep at night? This is the power of automation, and most people completely ignore it. Ramit Sethi shows that automation is the key to financial freedom. Here's how to set it up. Automate your bills to never pay late fees or interest. Automate savings and investments. Transfers happen the moment your paycheck hits. Automate your retirement contributions. 401k, IRA, or Roth IRA. Automate debt repayment, no thinking, no stress, just results. Automation removes human error and procrastination. By setting up the right systems once, your money works for you while you live your life fully. But even with automation, there's a bigger truth most people miss. Being rich is not just about money. Chapter 6 uncovers the myth of financial expertise, why trusting complicated advice can keep you broke, and how to take control of your financial decisions yourself. Chapter 6: The myth of financial expertise. Have you ever felt intimidated by financial advisors, investment gurus, or complicated stock charts? Most people assume they need an expert to handle their money and end up handing over control while losing years of wealth. What if the truth is simpler and completely within your control? Ramit Sethi shatters the myth that you need financial expertise to become rich. Most advisors push products that benefit them more than you. Timing the market is a fool's game, even professionals fail. The real wealth comes from simple, consistent, and automated actions. Invest in low-cost index funds, automate contributions. Stick to your system, ignoring hype and noise. He emphasizes, you do not need to be an expert to beat 95% of investors. Knowledge is power, but action beats perfection. But even with automation and simplicity, people often delay investing, waiting for the perfect time. Chapter 7 reveals why investing is not only for the rich, and how starting now, even with little money, creates extraordinary results over time. Chapter 7. Investing isn't only for rich people. Most people think investing is reserved for the wealthy, a secret club that only millionaires can enter. But what if anyone, even someone with a modest income, could start building wealth today? Ramit Sethi emphasizes, the rich get richer because they start early, not because they are smarter. Key steps. Start investing with what you have. Even small amounts grow thanks to compound interest. Focus on low-cost index funds, diversified, simple, and long-term. Automate contributions. This is your money growing while you focus on life. Sethi reminds us, the barrier to investing is psychological, not financial. Start early, stay consistent. Ignore noise. Your future self will thank you. You now know that investing is simple, accessible, and automated. But even with money flowing into your accounts, there's a hidden problem. Most people sabotage their systems and give up too soon. Chapter 8 will teach you how to maintain and grow your system so your money works for you indefinitely. Chapter 8: How to maintain and grow your system. You have your accounts set up, your spending conscious, your investments automated. But most people fail here. Wealth is not a one-time setup. It is a living system that must be maintained. What if your perfect plan slowly dies because you forget small tweaks and ignore growth opportunities? Ramit Sethi teaches that maintenance is the secret to long-term financial success. Check your accounts regularly but not obsessively, just monthly to ensure automation works. Optimize your system, move to higher interest accounts or better investments when opportunities arise. Negotiate fees and services. Your bank and credit cards should work for you, not the other way around. Track your progress. Wealth grows silently. Seeing it reinforces good habits. Maintenance is not about doing more work. It's about smart tweaks that keep the system running flawlessly. Automation plus mindful monitoring equals unstoppable growth. But here is the challenge. Many people maintain their system technically but miss the bigger picture of a rich life. Chapter 9 will reveal what it truly means to live richly, beyond dollars, beyond spreadsheets, and beyond numbers. Chapter 9: A Rich Life. What is a rich life really? It is not the fancy car, the designer wardrobe, or a mansion on the hill. Most people spend decades chasing these illusions only to realize wealth without purpose feels empty. Ramit Sethi concludes that being rich is about living a life you love. Spend on what truly matters, the experiences and people that bring you joy. Save and invest automatically. Don't trade today's happiness for tomorrow's wealth alone. Focus on personal growth, skills, and impact. Money is a tool, not the goal. Live intentionally. Every financial decision should support your dream life, not someone else's definition of success. The rich life is freedom, choice, and impact. Money is simply the means. The real wealth is designing a life you are excited to live every day. You now have all the tools: automation, conscious spending, smart investing, and maintenance. But the real question remains: will you take action and actually build your rich life, or let fear, procrastination, and excuses steal your future? Final thoughts. Conclusion. You have learned the secrets most people never discover. Credit cards are not your enemy, they can be your most powerful financial weapon. Banks quietly steal from the uninformed, but you can beat them with simple choices. Investing is not reserved for the rich. Starting early and automating your contributions is all it takes. Spending consciously allows you to enjoy life today while building wealth for tomorrow. And the ultimate lesson: a rich life is not about numbers on a screen, it is about freedom, experiences, impact, and designing a life that excites you every single day. Ramit Sethi's book is more than personal finance. It is a blueprint for living intentionally and fearlessly. The rich life is yours, but only if you act, automate, and commit. If you are ready to take control of your money, your habits, and your life, subscribe to the channel for more book summaries that transform the way you think and act. Like this video if you are ready to start living your rich life today. Comment below: what is the one habit you will change immediately to take control of your money? Your rich life starts now. Are you ready to take the first step?